Hello and welcome back to Idle Film Club, your Brainrot girlfriend's favourite film podcast. I am Callum.
And I'm Gio.
And Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy fucking New Year.
Happy 2025. We are leaving 2024 in the past.
Hell yeah, we had the ultimate flop end to our 2024,
The podcast flopped in 2024 from October onwards.
I started to think that someone had actually put a hex out on me for liking Maxine. I was starting to think that one of our disgruntled listeners had sort of cursed me because just every single thing that could possibly go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
We recorded about 5 hours of content that we had to dump.
Maybe even more.
Probably more.
We recorded another commentary track that never made the light of day because it was terrible.
It was fucking garbage. But anyway,
on
to bigger and better things. We are back.
We're manifesting success.
2025 is our year, guys. We've done our first year of podcasting.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you for sticking around and being patient with us. So you may have listened to part 1 of our Halloween catch-up.
Part 2 is a not coming.
Yeah, part 2 is a no-go. It's been scrapped. It's been shelved. It has very much gone the way of the Universal Monsters reboot, the Dark Universe, if you will. We have released The Mummy, which was part 1, and it was so terrible that we are not doing an extended universe of that podcast. However, we have lots of fun to catch up on.
To give a little bit of satisfaction to our viewers who may have been interested, the films that we neglected to cover in part 2, we had The Evil Dead, love, amazing.
Great. What's left to say about The Evil Dead?
Perfect. Jigoku, an amazing fucking movie.
Really good movie from the 60s, Japanese.
Absolutely loved that. Go and check it out.
Collection,
Scary as hell. Suspiria 1977, amazing. Banger. So good. Peak. Well, it's not really a Jello movie technically, but
what?
Well, it's like it doesn't have a lot. It's more supernaturally than. So. But it is. People think of it as Jello. Anyway, Smile 2, boring shit.
Yeah, shit.
We hated it. The Haunting in Connecticut.
Garbage.
2009, Carl Gardner Joint again.
Fodder.
Awesome. Sleep.
Boring.
Forgettable. It was okay. We didn't really care. Jennifer's Body.
Yeah,
go. 5 stars. Easy peasy. And Gretel and Hansel. I fell asleep.
I like Gretel and Hansel. It's a good movie.
Fair. So in case you were wondering about the part 2 of our Halloween horror review, there you go.
There it is. There's part 2.
So we're back on to today's topic, which is 2024 highs and lows.
Hooray. Great year for movies.
Yeah.
I was going through my letterbox this morning to try and get some best and worst, and a lot of fucking good movies. A lot of great movies that have not made the cut, which I will mention. But I'm excited to get into it. I'm excited to know what your favourite movies are.
I think since we got our Curzon Film Pass and the new Curzon opened, we've seen more stuff at the cinema than we have in the past 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. There are a few around that got released around the end of the year when I was depressed and busy that I've missed. So
shout out to sad enjoyers.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Wicked.
No.
I haven't seen Heretic.
We didn't see La Chimera either. We missed
didn't see La
that.
Chimera.
Queer we didn't get to see because it was in cinemas for like a week and then
quite
disappeared.
a few movies around the end of the year that we did not go and see,
which is a shame, but we will get around to them as soon as they're out on streaming.
Follow
our
letterbox to find out what we think of them.
I've been desperately refreshing Queer every day to see if it's available on streaming yet, but not quite yet.
Unfortunate, but anyway, we push on and let's get into our best and worst, highs and lows, winners and losers of the year of our Lord 2024.
You ready?
Let's fucking go.
I don't like these movies.
Get real.
Dude, I saw that movie 20 goddamn times!
Just consume product. I want my books.
Having so much fun,
Oh, this movie's too complicated.
So, once again, no smoking in this theater.
The Irish Unification of 2024.
Okay, so we've sort of separated this into a few different parts. We will start with our newly watched 2024 films. So this isn't released in 2024, this is films that we watched in the year of 2024.
Yes, so first time watches.
Yeah, we've not included any rewatches, and these lists will be individual to us, so there may be things that I watched for the first time this year that you'd already seen and vice versa.
Well, I know there's some in here that you haven't watched.
Cool, okay, great. Do you want to start with your number 5 of your favourite watch of 2024?
That would be Benedetta.
Benedetta! Viens à moi!
J'arrive, Seigneur.
J'arrive.
by
Nice.
Paul Verhoeven.
Okay.
We watched this pretty recently.
We did.
A couple weeks ago, maybe even a week ago, if that. But holy hell. Wait, was that in 20... I think we watched it at the trail end of 2024, didn't we?
Yeah, that was definitely before New Year's.
Yes, so a movie about lesbian nuns and the Bride of Christ.
I obviously come from a very different religious background than you do. So
Yeah.
I took it as far more of a fantasy movie, whereas I think you took it a bit more like seriously.
Yeah, I love Verhoeven a lot.
So do I.
And I love Verhoeven's scandalous sex movies.
Yeah, but keep your eyes peeled because we are
yes.
going to do a dedicated Paul Verhoeven episode. 'Cause
Definitely.
we've watched quite a few actually.
And they're all bangers.
And we love 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. So Benedetta is just about a woman in a convent who was told growing up that she was obviously a bride of Christ, as most nuns are, but she took it very literally, and miracles start happening. Even from a young age, which I find really compelling. I find Christian law really compelling.
Yeah, I
And
think
Catholic law.
I think our difference was that you took it very much at face value, whereas
Yes.
I sort of saw it as a satire. And I think, based on, I read some sort of critic reviews afterwards, and I think it's pretty split. I think a lot of people are on my side where they think it's satire, and there are some people who, obviously, I guess it just depends on your religious perspective and things like that. But yeah, no, I like Benedetta. It was too long, and I got bored by the end. But
Okay.
the lesbian shit is awesome.
Yeah, and I love her fantasies of Jesus.
That was great.
Really great. And again, the satirical elements I think come through in that. But yeah, the filmmaking's exceptional as always, and the acting is amazing. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching Benedetta, and that would be my number 5.
Je ne te désire que pour Dieu. Tu crois toujours.
Cool. Well, my number 5 was Caligula, the Ultimate Cut.
Today, we begin a new era.
Oh, fantastic, wasn't it? That didn't make my list,
Loved it.
but my god, such a banger. Full disclosure, we haven't seen any other cut of
Oh
Caligula.
no, the Ultimate Cut is the only cut I give a shit about.
Yeah, I mentioned it to a friend, and he said, "Oh, I just saw you watch Caligula. I take it you haven't seen any of the others." He was like, "I sat through the original cut as a kid," and he
no.
was like, "It's crazy."
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It just basically follows the rise and fall of Caligula.
Yes.
And it's got Helen Mirren.
Mm-hmm.
We are now, you've really turned me on to Helen Mirren. I'm now a massive Helen Mirren stan.
Yeah, she's great.
Um,
Malcolm McDowell in a worldy performance.
Yeah, I think it's his best performance, and he's had a career full of great performances.
Are you sure it's not Halloween, the Rob Zombie remake?
No, yeah, he's great in that. No, I absolutely loved it. The visuals are just insane.
The sets are just fucking phenomenal.
If you watch it, it is like a stage play more than
Yes,
anything.
I think that's the general vibe you get.
Yeah, the sets are immaculate. The costuming is just flawless. It's so good. It's weird. It's perverted.
Yeah.
It's problematic. It's everything that you want from that time period. I absolutely
A
loved
weird
it.
sex movie.
Yeah, which is, my
brand.
favourite. Yeah, absolutely loved it. I don't really know that I recommend it. It's like 3 hours long.
It's a big
But
one.
it's a spectacle movie, and I think I'm not into spectacle movies in like Gravity, or that's not my thing.
You
I like
haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey.
not yet, but that's on my list to watch
Yes.
this year. But I'm not a space person. I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
space. I don't care. But yeah, no, amazing. Loved it.
Now the fun begins.
What's your number 4?
Well, by the way, we're doing quick fires. We've got a lot of films to talk about.
Yeah, we have.
We watched this at the start of the year,
Ooh.
so cast your minds back to about a year ago today, probably.
Yeah.
The Handmaiden.
それ以上入っちゃダメ
Oh my god, did we watch that this year?
Yes.
Or
we
last
watched that
year?
in January.
Didn't even know that was.
Absolutely amazing
Oh,
movie.
love it. You were literally last night. Well, like, should we rewatch The Handmaid? And I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, unbelievably good.
So good. Probably the best lesbian romance ever, I think.
Yeah.
It is the definitive movie for me, I think.
It's so good. It's paced exceptionally. It's a big watch.
Yeah.
It's not an easy watch.
No, I would watch it more than I care to do.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But it's
It's
You'll know if you've seen it. It's not a light watch, I think, is
No.
the bottom line.
there is some crazy sex shit in it. Once again, I'm sorry, that's just what I like in movies.
Yeah, but I think it's handled in such a good way in
Yeah.
this. Like, you don't feel it's not exploitative. It's not an exploitation movie in that sense. Benedetta obviously veers
Yes.
towards the B
100%.
exploitation
Yeah, it's not
genre.
an exploitation
and
movie.
The Handmaiden is a proper movie.
Yeah, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's amazing. The characters are all fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The plot is just constantly like switching up, and
Yeah.
the twists and turns the narrative goes through, and the ending is like the most karmic payoff
Yes.
to this hot. Oh, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, so I know it's a massively popular one, especially on Film Bro, Letterboxd shit. So I'm sure most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, definitely worth checking out. It's Korean.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's amazing. Check it out.
Yeah, another one where
It's,
the visuals and sets and
Chan-wook.
costumes really. I love a period piece. I love a horny period piece. It's great
Check it out, definitely.
for sure.
Yeah, Park Chan-wook's the go, unfortunately.
Yeah, love.
What's your number 4?
My number 4, another Helen Mirren joint actually. The Cook, the Thief, the Wife, and His Lover.
Let's talk about this because this is my number 3.
Is
so
it?
Perfect.
Homies don't belch.
Oh, on the contrary, they do. It shows that you are enjoying a meal.
Not with your finger, Spangler!
I absolutely fucking loved this movie.
Again, like you said, it's a very much like Caligula, the Ultimate Cut, where it's like a stage play,
But
and it has Helen Mirren in it.
the costumes were all designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god. The visuals, the
The
lighting.
lighting is what I was
Oh,
going to say. The score.
It's horny, but the filmmaking is even more horny. Like, oh
It
my
is
god.
dripping sex.
It's got Michael Gambon as this, like, have you wiped
Hilarious.
your bum? He is hilarious.
So good. I know it's a. Would you say cult classic? I think
I don't
so,
think it's
right?
I don't know if it's a cult classic in the sense of like, I don't know, Reanimator.
Right, yeah.
But I think it has its audience and its audience love it.
Yeah, I
think.
know it's one of Gaspar Noé's favourites.
Yes, I think that's where we got the.
That's
that's where we got
and
Jigoku as well.
Jigo-
from,
yeah, I think from his Criterion
Yeah.
Closet picks, I got this, Jigoku, and Salo. Obviously, I
Yeah,
knew
well,
about
obviously.
Salo, but I then watched Salo a
Yeah.
couple years ago from it.
Seeing Dumbledore fuck Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I don't think they do fuck.
No, but God, just the score and the lighting.
Oh, it's so good. The script is amazing.
Yeah, again, like you said,
It's got
with-
Tim Roth in it, right?
Yes, it
He's,
has.
like,
A very
really
young Tim Roth, yeah. Like you said about Caligula, I know I've said it before, but it does play out like a stage play.
Yeah.
The massive dining table is sort of the bathroom set, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
All these sets are so memorable,
I really
so
wanna
distinct.
rewatch
Like the
it.
back of the kitchen itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfucking believable. What did you think about it then?
I loved it.
Mm.
Absolutely loved it.
So was that your number 4?
It was my number 4. A lot of these movies, like, I didn't necessarily give like 5 stars the first time round, but like with perspective
Yeah,
and
definitely.
some of the movies that I did maybe give higher ratings, like with perspective, I'd be interested to rewatch it to see sort of how, you know, how things have changed
Yeah.
and how things, because I feel like movies either stick with you or they don't. And
Oh, 100%. I was looking back at my list and I'm like, really? Did I?
I know, crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is interesting. So yeah, check it out. I don't hear many people.
Check it out.
And what's all this about a gynecologist? Who is he? It better be a she.
So, considering I just did my number 3 as well, what's your
Yeah.
number 3?
My number 3 is, if this isn't on your list, I'll be very shocked. Some Like It Hot.
That's my number 1.
I know it would be.
Yes.
I know it would be your number 1.
You're not giving yourself a chance. Don't fight it. Relax.
Yeah, go. You lead the way for this.
Wow. No, it's your number 1. What a fucking movie.
Yeah, it's instantly one of my favourite movies ever. that
I
I've ever
literally nearly
seen.
cried.
Uh,
I did
what?
cry watching it, and it's not even sad. It's just,
joyous.
it's so life affirming.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest films I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of comedies, it's probably my number 1 of all time. It's up there with obviously like I don't watch a lot of comedy movies.
No, we
That's the thing.
don't.
We don't watch comedy.
No.
I like obviously the sort of
My favourite comedy movie is Step Brothers.
yeah. See, I do like the Monty Python films and stuff. I know
Mm.
you don't, but Life of Brian's obviously up there. But in terms of just sheer joy, this movie is so good. Monroe is just captivating.
Mm. She is.
I know it's one of those things that talked about so much Monroe, but when you just sit back and watch her perform,
She is
you can't take your eyes
No.
off of her.
She is captivating.
Mm-hmm.
Her genuine energy, and I mean, she is the most beautiful woman that's
Yeah,
ever lived.
yeah.
But you can't take your eyes off her.
No.
And
yeah.
neither can anyone else.
No.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
And even like the two guys are so good.
Yeah,
and it's
amazing.
like proto LGBT, like
Yeah, there's lots of trans shit going on.
yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's so fun. It's so funny.
Yeah.
The setup is great. It is a classic comedy.
Yeah. There's a lot of like slapstick sort of Sharon Tate-esque whimsy in there. And I will say, if you're not a fan, I know a lot of people struggle with older films.
Yeah, we watched this sort of on a whim, I want to say.
Yeah.
Someone, I think Maisie recommended it to me, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I'll check that out. I like Monroe, but that was the first movie I'd ever seen. I'd never seen one before. And I just was enthralled. And sometimes I struggle. I think you're better at watching older movies than I am. But, like, even some of the old classics, I'm like, it's too inaccessible. I don't really know why, but it just is. Whereas this one,
No, watch it if you haven't seen it.
It's phenomenal.
Joyous.
The costumes, again, are fantastic. The humour is amazing.
Yeah, so good. Instantly made my top 4. It's amazing. I
Definitely.
can't recommend it enough.
Good night, sugar.
Good night, honey.
So, you haven't done number 2 yet, have
No,
you?
do you want to know my number 2?
Yeah, I would
That's
love
the last
to.
one. It's a movie you haven't seen.
Okay.
First Reformed by Paul Schrader.
Nice.
I've decided to keep a journal to set down all my thoughts and the simple events of my day.
Paul Schrader, writer of Taxi Driver, Last Temptation of Christ,
Which we
Raging
watched.
Bull.
Like a couple of days
Yes.
ago. Odd movie.
Yeah, very odd movie.
So what?
But First Reformed has
I actually don't know anything about this.
Ethan Hawke
Yeah.
in the lead
He had a
and
good year.
Amanda Seyfried
Oh, yes.
in the supporting role.
Love Amanda.
This is 2017 this came out. It's part of a trilogy that Schrader's done. The Card Counter, I think, is another one. But this is the only one I've seen of that. And I started watching it when it first came out. So 2017, what's that? 100 years ago now. Because it came out to a lot of acclaim. I started watching it and I think I was just a bit too young to fully grasp the depth of... It's just a movie about depression, really. It's about a priest who runs the First Reformed Church in the middle of nowhere, America, and he is sort of suffering with depression. Amanda Seyfried brings her boyfriend to him, who is like an eco-warrior activist, and he's sort of just disgusted by the state of the world, and he ends up killing himself. And it's just about Amanda Seyfried's relationship with the priest from then on, and about his sort of acceptance of that the world is beyond saving.
In that edit you did on TikTok, that
Yes.
you included that,
That
because
was the first
I
one.
can visualise Ethan Hawke in the priest get up.
Yeah, so it's all about, I guess, mainly climate change and the way that the world is right now, and the anti-capitalist.
A lot of fun.
Oh, it's fucking miserable. Spoiler alert. Skip ahead.
I mean, you've already spoiled it.
Not really. The killing himself is very much the first act.
Yeah, but
Skip ahead like 10 seconds. Ethan Hawke goes to blow himself up, blow up the church at its anniversary party, and is like wearing a suicide vest, and like slits his wrists and wears like what's that shit? The metal wire. What's that called?
oh, barbed wire.
Yeah, he wears like a barbed wire around his chest and stuff, and Amanda Seyfried comes and stops him at the last
Is
minute.
that meant to be like a Christ?
Well, he just goes to fucking kill himself and take people with him.
Awesome.
But, yeah, fantastic movie, really depressing.
Yeah.
If you're not in a good state of mind, do not watch it. But yeah, that's my number 2. Amazing film.
Nice.
Can God forgive us for what we've done to this world?
Who can know the mind of God?
What are we up to, number 2?
So yeah, my number 2 and my number 1 are both movies that we've already covered on the podcast, so it fits in quite nicely. I'm not going to talk about them in too much detail. Go and check out our full-blown episodes on that. Number 2, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Sinister, darker side to him. I find irresistible.
Oh, fucking hell.
Again,
yeah.
not a movie I rated 5 stars when I first watched it, but it's...
Especially after seeing Nosferatu.
Yeah. We might cover that soon, not sure.
Rough.
But Bram Stoker's Dracula, I'm realising the more films I watch and the more I get older, that I have preferences, fussy as fuck, but costuming, performances, lighting, and just general mood and emotion, and the score as well is fucking fantastic. The main theme of the movie is unbelievable.
I will say, because obviously we've done a full podcast
Yeah.
on this, go check it out, but we saw Nosferatu a couple days ago. Well, when it was released on New Year's Day, we saw it.
Yeah.
And the main takeaway is how I don't like my Dracula to be monochromatic.
Yeah.
I like deep red. And
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Coppola's Dracula is just a gorgeous film. All the miniatures, all the old school
It is
filmmaking.
Yeah.
None of this CGI crap.
Well,
Slop.
we'll get on to another CGI crap movie shortly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, go check out.
Listen to
Bram
our
Stoker's
episode.
Dracula.
I don't think you really liked the movie.
I didn't like
all
it as
that
much as you, but
much.
after talking about it on the pod, you can see me convert.
Well, another
to the
one
cult of
that you didn't
Dracula.
like too much. My number one, Saturday Night Fever.
We just washed the hair. You know, I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
Yeah, fair play. I that was in my honourable mention.
Yeah, fair. I loved it. You can listen to the episode where I gush about it.
Fawn.
I absolutely love it. It's one of the best films ever. Love it, love it, love it.
It's unbelievably
Yeah,
good.
so go and check out our episode. If you're interested in Saturday Night Fever, I will say, I say it in that review, but it's definitely not for everyone. It tackles difficult themes, it tackles controversial themes,
Yes.
and it does not have the, I don't want to say political correctness, because that just sounds annoying, but you know what I mean.
No, I get you.
It's set in a different time, and it's about a different world than we live in now.
Yes, 100%.
In terms of its politics. The politics are bad, but that is sort of the point.
Yeah.
Because it's just reflective of society in the 70s. So go and check it out. Listen to our episode if you're interested. So my number 5 was Caligula, The Cook, the Thief, The Wife and His Lover, Some Like It Hot, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Saturday Night Fever.
Okay. Do you have any honourable mentions?
My honourable mention was Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah, bang.
We watched that at Christmas, and oh my god,
Yeah,
I
it's cracking.
absolutely loved it.
we need to watch the sequels now.
One of the best. I mean, we're massive Always Sunny fans, which I think helps.
Yes.
But oh my god, what a fucking movie! I absolutely loved it. It's not like the best movie you'll ever see, but it's a perfect Christmas movie. Another honourable mention that I didn't actually put in here, which I should have, was The Holdovers.
Yes.
Was that a 20? By the way,
Yes.
we've gone by UK.
Yeah, UK release dates.
Yeah.
The Holdovers. I didn't include it, spoiler alert, in my top 5,
Yeah.
but it is a 2024 film.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was last year, which is
But
why
again,
I
I
didn't
don't
even...
like including Christmas movies.
Yeah, no, I get that.
They're a different breed.
But yeah, The Holdovers.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
and check it out. I didn't think I was going to like it, and it's the best movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
So mine was 5, Benedetta, The Handmaiden, The Cook, the Thief, The Wife and His Lover, First Reformed, Some Like It Hot.
Cool.
Oh, a couple of honourable mentions. Greg Araki's Mysterious Skin. We watched in
Yeah.
December.
This was a rewatch for me, so it didn't get included.
Yeah. Oh my god, horrible movie, but like a beautiful movie, but
We watched it, what, like 3
gut-wrenching.
days ago?
Yeah. No, we must have watched it before New Year, right?
Yeah, I don't know,
Maybe we didn't. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's really good. And Todd Solondz is Happiness.
Okay.
Philip Seymour Hoffman joint.
Nice, yeah.
A classic. Everyone knows it. If you're a film bro, everyone knows Happiness. 2 movies about paedophiles.
Yeah, I was going to
Honourable
say, a
mentions.
lot of... yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Anyway, let's get on to our worst
The
of
lows.
the year.
There you go. Phil.
Okay, so my number 5. A lot of these movies just sort of...
Yeah.
Midnight Meat Train was my number 5
Jesus
worst of the year.
Christ, that was a stinker,
That was
man.
fucking awful.
I don't even think I rated it 'cause I think I fell asleep, but mad on.
What interests you?
The city. Because no one's ever captured it.
Yeah, really, really bad. You might have fallen asleep. I saw the whole thing. I thought
Bradley
it would
Cooper and
Vinnie Jones. I
Vinnie
thought it would be
Jones.
like a campy,
Yeah.
like Snatch-esque. No, it's garbage.
No,
I
it's
don't have anything
crap.
else to say. I can't remember anything about it, really. It's just garbage.
Yes. My 5, I finally plucked up the courage this year to watch Solo, a Star Wars story.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
You might wanna buckle up, baby.
I watched it at work, full
Yeah.
disclosure. I was like, right.
You did like Star Wars.
I was planning to do all of it, and then after Solo, I was like, I'm
Just
not.
gave up.
I'm not doing.
You were planning on blowing yourself up in a church after that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Everyone knows I'm a big Star Wars guy, and by that I mean
You like
I love.
Empire Strikes Back?
I love the Empire Strikes Back. I love some of Return of the Jedi, and I base my entire personality as a
Star
child.
Wars.
Oh, obviously Star Wars, but yeah, I was like, fuck it. I did a big Star Wars rewatch this year.
Did you not like fake Ansel Elgort? What's
He's
his
the best
name?
part of the movie.
What, Mr. Acting Lesson?
Yeah,
What's
genuinely,
his-
he's the best part of the movie. It's so boring.
What's his name?
No.
Not Ansel.
Yeah.
Cancel Elgort. That's what I'm calling him now.
I can't even fucking remember the cunt's name.
Yeah, no, I don't know either.
Yeah, it's a slog. Donald Glover is fucking horrible as Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, not good.
The fucking robot. Again, I'm not going to go into everyone.
Well,
Just type in Star Wars.
The woke robot.
Type in Solo and get 100 angry white men about
Yeah.
this movie. I'm not going to be one of them. It's crap though. It's
Garbage.
just crap. It's fodder. It's bantha fodder, you could say. That's a Star Wars. Yeah, no, shite. Anyway, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually one that we've already talked about on the podcast.
Yeah?
Bad Lieutenant to Port of Call.
Oh, I like Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, no, didn't like this at all.
You want me to get wet on account of you? Hey man, I got on Swiss cotton underpants.
Rubbish, shit, crap Nicolas Cage performance,
Yeah,
crap movie.
I love it, man. The iguana shit.
No,
it's so funny.
That's the first Werner Herzog movie I think I've seen.
Oh, I fucking forgot as well.
We were
That makes it even better.
We were gonna watch the Isabella Gianni Nosferatu in advance of seeing Nosferatu, but we didn't want to do it on the morning, and then I have no desire to go back to it. So yeah, that's my number 4. Check out the Bad Lieutenant Abel Ferrara episode, because we do talk about it in that as well.
My number 4, and I know I just said Christmas movies don't count.
Oh right.
But Surviving Christmas.
Surviving Christmas.
We watched this year.
Yeah, crap.
This is what I've been longing for. A real family, you know, in a true home. That's why I'm thinking it might be a good idea if I lived with you.
Starring Ben Affleck and
I've got
James
Ben Affleck joint on here as well.
It's really shit.
Yeah,
it's sort of lost to time. Someone at your work recommended it.
I've
'cause it's
never
got James
fucking heard
Gandolfini
of
in
it
and I'm a big
before.
Sopranos guy. It's fucking awful.
You know what? Funnily enough, the post did bits on TikTok.
Really?
And people were like searching for it. But I obviously, you know, I'm a trendsetter. People probably haven't heard of it before me. But I mean, I didn't even know this movie existed. I was like, James Gandolfini in a Christmas movie, okay.
And it's got Christina Applegate.
And Catherine O'Hara as well.
Yeah,
she's
shit.
Fantastic. But
it's a really shit movie.
It's rubbish.
Ben Affleck is abysmally bad.
He's so bad.
One of the worst performances I've seen this year.
Yeah.
It came out in the early 2000s.
Oh, it's the most 2000s movie you'll ever watch.
Yeah,
garbage.
shit. It's garbage. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is another weird, obscure movie that I'd never really heard of, The Loved Ones.
When I find my prince, this is the song we're gonna dance to. And there's only one way to find out if it's you.
I
didn't mind the.
You liked it more than me. I did not like it at all. It's far too miserable and mean and nasty. Yeah, did not like that.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't great.
I can watch Wolf Creek.
Oh, I love Wolf Creek.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. It's perhaps one of the most depressing and miserable horrors you'll ever watch. But I think there's somewhat of a point to Wolf Creek. The Aussies know how to really get under the skin, so to speak. I didn't like this at all. I wish I turned it off, but yeah. That was fine. Some people might like it. It's too gnarly for me.
It is really gnarly.
It's
it was a bit gnarly for me. I think I gave it 2.5.
Yeah, but you just liked it because she was a freak.
Yeah, she was a freak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Havoc.
So you want to know about us?
We live very sheltered lives.
I debated putting that on my list.
Oh my Christ.
One of the worst films I've ever seen.
I wanted to watch it because I'd seen some
She is hot.
clips of it on the hub as a teenager.
Yeah.
And she's very sexy. Anne Hathaway, by the way, is our lead in Havoc. Stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt saying the N-word in it in a career low for Mr. Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, we talked about Mysterious Skin.
Yeah. Check this movie out if you want.
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre and absolute dog shit.
Yeah, you rarely come across movies like that.
Yeah.
And isn't she playing like a Latina as well?
They're all like wiggers.
Cholos.
Yeah.
yeah. It's weird. So fucking
they're
weird,
like
man.
young, hip LA
Was it
people.
post Fast and Furious? I want to say no.
It's
but...
2005, Fast and Furious, 2001.
Oh, fucking hell, wow.
Yeah, the first 2 Fast and Furiouses.
That's
come
interesting.
Out.
I wonder whether that...
Possibly. It's just that horrible...
Dreadful
California shit.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah, it's really shit. Go check it out, though, because it is...
It's fascinating to see
it's really
actors
boring,
like that.
But it is... Yeah, it's crazy. It's got... Yeah, Anne Hathaway, man. Like, I don't know if it was her trying to break out of the like Princess Diaries shit. It's got.
She's very young.
It's also got
isn't
Channing
she?
Tatum in it.
Don't even remember him being in it.
Neither do I. But it's about LA hip hop teens, and they're mostly white.
Oh yes, no, I do
It's got
remember
B.G.
Channing
Phillips in
Tatum.
it.
Oh Christ, yeah, she's good, but she's also such a psycho.
Yeah, not a fan of this one.
No,
It's terrible. What's your number? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is what you forced me to watch, which is the Scary of 61st.
This is our 9/11.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a total paradigm shift.
Red pilled a lot of people.
I hated this. I don't even know if we can talk about it particularly on YouTube.
I love Scary.
It's garbage.
dope.
It's edgelord fodder. It's absolutely shit. The performance is shit. The dialogue is terrible. The sex is just like, fuck off. You're fucking pathetic losers. Get a life. Film school fucking. Oh yes, I'm like rich on mummy and daddy's money and I go to film school. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, I like Scary of 61st.
I do not.
But I'm not a Dasha Nekrasova fan or whatever.
What? Did you just commit a barefaced lie on the podcast?
I'm a fan of her.
Early work.
Yeah, I'm a fan of.
What, when she was pretending to be a socialist?
Socialism. I'm a fan of Sailor Socialism, and I'm a fan of her looks. I think she's very sexy. But yeah, late era Red Scare is obviously a disaster, and they're all grifters. But I do like how offensive and despicable Scary of 61st is. It's a bold movie. It's a brave movie.
Is that annoying?
I love the guerrilla filmmaking of it.
Yeah, it's that really annoying, like, are you offended shit?
Yeah,
and
but I
that
like
that does not fly with me.
I
I'm
like
not
the
offended, it's
70s
just
sort of-
crap.
It's a very 70s vibe.
It'd be different if it was good though.
I think it's pretty good. I don't think the acting's great.
They just
by
obviously
any
like
means.
the film school friends. It's like you
Yeah.
people aren't actors.
Yeah, it's all very vocal fry shit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, I don't-
Georgia hated it.
It's not my number 1 though.
It's not so bad once you get used to it.
No, my number 2 is the Stepfather remake.
Oh, that was our movie of the week movie.
Oh, what your word?
Yeah, with what's his face? What's his name?
Penn Badgley.
Yeah, love.
And Amber Heard. Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
No, it's shit.
If you ever lay a hand on one of my kids again.
I was just trying to show him a little discipline.
What do you even know about this guy, huh?
He's hiding something.
It doesn't mean he's a killer.
It's so bad. I can't believe it's that high up.
I know, but I hated it.
Oh, it's so forgettable.
Yeah.
Did you watch the?
No, I've never seen. Oh no, maybe we did afterwards.
I think
right?
we did. The original, I quite like.
Yeah,
for a
the
movie
story's
like
good,
that.
But oh my god.
Yeah, he is not the. Yeah,
It's
no,
just
terrible.
Garbage, man.
Yeah, real bad, really bad.
There's not much to say about it.
No, there isn't. It's so forgettable. Is that like 2009 or something? It's
Yeah.
It's definitely that peak era of
Yes,
horror. Yeah.
Penn Badgley, I don't rate at all.
I like him. I do want to watch You, but I just can't be bothered.
And it's from the same director who did Prom Night the year before, that remake.
Wow, that is garbage.
Which is also garbage. I hate like the good shit from that era is good. We talk
But the
about it
bad
a lot,
shit
but the
is
bad shit is so boring and crap.
Yeah. Well, talking of another boring crap 2000s movie, you actually haven't seen this.
Is this your number 1?
This is my number 1. I watched it with Tessa. It's another Ben Affleck joint.
Yeah.
It's giggly, can't remember how you fucking pronounce it, but it's Ben Affleck and J-Lo when they were married the first time.
Yes, I remember you telling me about
And it's like a mob.
Sometimes I think you're involved with bad things. Are you?
Oh, man.
Oh my fucking god. I don't have much memory of it because I've sort of just like blocked it out of my brain. Editing Geo here. In my attempt to completely block this movie out of my memory, I completely forgot to mention that it also stars Al Pacino and Christopher Walken. What the fuck? It is hands down one of the worst films I've ever seen. It is absolute garbage. Me and Tessa were like, right, we hate J-Lo. Let's try and find the lowest rated J-Lo movie we can. And it just happened to be one with her soulmate Ben Affleck. And I was like, I am not turning that down. Oh my fucking god, it's garbage. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I want you to watch it just because it's funny.
Yeah,
but
I will check that out. I've got quite a bit of J-Lo coming up in the rest of the
you
podcast.
do? Oh no, you didn't put This Is Me Now as your number 1, did you?
Spoiler alert. No, I didn't.
Okay, good, because that's That's not a movie. We watched that, by the way. We didn't talk about it on the podcast, but I'm a big J-Lo hater. It's very fun, and I like seeing her fail because she's talentless.
What is it you're so sad about?
I got this beautiful, sexy, unattainable girl sleeping in a bed right next to me. This is driving me crazy.
So yeah, what's your number one? I'm intrigued.
You
now.
didn't watch this. I watched it at work. I hated it probably more than any movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Baghead by the Duplass brothers.
We have a brilliant idea.
We're gonna write a movie this weekend.
Right, so that
It's peak mumblecore.
that was on your watch list, and every time I saw the fucking poster, I was like, that looks like the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen.
It's horrible, man.
Really?
It's fucking horrible. Twee. It's got Greta Gerwig in it.
Right.
And this is just, when people talk about mumblecore, I think Baghead is probably the example. I like the Duplass brothers.
Yeah.
I like
Creep.
I like Creep. I like Mark Duplass, I'll say. I like Paddleton. And I think Mark Duplass is a great actor.
What's the other one?
Jay
Duplass. Never heard that name in my life. I know Mark, but I know he has a brother.
There's a couple, like Blue Jay I like, Greenberg. The later stuff I like, but this is peak indie mumblecore, low rent indie filmmaking from an era of indie filmmaking I despise. It's so twee. And
have you ever seen?
They're supposed to be actors, and they go into forests to like shoot an independent movie, and there's drama and relationship drama. And
Have you seen Safety Not Guaranteed?
yes. I don't mind Safety Not
See, I
Guaranteed.
hated that.
Again, I'm not a big mumblecore guy. I love Baumbach, but again, we weren't in our early 20s in 2008.
No, yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where you revisit it and you're like, oh, this is garbage.
It's so boring.
Like, you were all making garbage movies and sucking each other off.
Teehee indie.
Yeah, no, fuck that movie. Gerwig's horrible in it as well. I'm
Really?
not a big Greta Gerwig fan anyway, but
I'm not, but I assume that was just me being a hater. Do you have any honourable mentions? Mine was a Christmas movie, actually, Violent Night.
No, we didn't even finish that.
We got about 20 minutes in and we're like, this is so shit.
No, I don't have any honourable mentions for
That's
this.
fair. I did think of one earlier, but I can't remember what it is. So let's get into our new releases.
Whoop, 2024, baby.
So we're starting with our bottom 5, and then we'll work up to our favourites, and then we've also done a winner and loser of the year.
Yes.
So we'll get to that at the very end. You start with your bottom 5 2024 releases. At number 5, you have
Cuckoo.
That's my number 2.
Oh shit, yeah.
I hated Cuckoo.
I really, really hated Cuckoo.
Mom, I really want to go home. You're getting back.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in the cinema, hands
I
down.
was so let down by it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I went to a cinema and wanted to leave quite as much. Maybe Exorcist Believer.
Exorcist Believer was more of a car crash.
Yeah.
And so I was more entertained by how bafflingly bad it was. Cuckoo people actually like. And
I was so bored.
I just cannot get my head around that.
No,
how
it's
anyone
horrible.
could like it.
It felt like a horrible Soderbergh movie.
Steven Soderbergh movies are at least entertaining. But oh my god, it was so boring. The plot made no sense.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. That cannot be overstressed. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing does happen at all.
It's crap. It's rubbish.
I thought Hunter Schafer was decent.
Before it came out, everyone was like, oh my god, Cuckoo, like Hunter Schafer, like awesome. And then it just died. And we were like, why has there been no marketing for this? Why is no one talking about it? Anything like that.
No, it was a massive flop, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they knew they had a flop on their hands and put no money into it.
I thought Dan Stevens was shit as well.
Was he
He's the
dad?
main guy. The doctor guy.
Oh, Christ, he was awful. Yeah, rubbish. Absolute garbage. I hated it.
Yeah, no, fuck that movie. It's a real shame because I like Hunter Schafer
Yeah,
a
so do
lot.
I.
I'm giving you the chance to be of great use in our quest for preservation.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 was Lisa Frankenstein.
That's my number 4.
Was it? Yeah, we spoke about it on our 2024 catch up.
I don't want to.
No, at the start of the year.
Catherine, what's her name anymore?
Catherine Newton, we love you, Queen.
I love Catherine Newton.
It's crap. It's
Castiel's
garbage.
stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Obviously. Bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
It's
Go
not.
listen to our. I think we did a catch up.
Yeah, we share our thoughts there. It's not for us.
No, not for us. Not for us.
Lisa looks good. She could probably even do pageants if she had congeniality.
Okay, number 4, that was Lisa Frankenstein. Yeah. So my number 4 was Oddity.
There's nothing that can't be explained.
I liked Oddity.
Yeah, I did not.
I quite liked it.
I was so bored. It was so rubbish. The scares were shit. The creepy doll was just I hated it.
I hate creepy dolls.
Crap. Did not like it. There's only so many ways you can say something's crap. I hated the like main woman. I thought she was awful. Yeah, did not like it.
Fair enough.
People do like it though.
Oh yeah, no, people really like it.
So what's your number 3?
My number 3 is The Greatest Love Story Never Told.
I have decided to tell my story that I've never shared with anybody in the world.
Oh, is that the J-Lo movie?
Yeah, that's not the behind the scenes one. That's the
No.
music video one.
Right, yeah. Babe, it's not a music video. She says it 100 times. It is not a music video. It's a movie.
I really want to do a deep dive into these.
I think we should.
Because they are some of the
It's a social
worst-
experiment.
They are some of the worst things ever put to film.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, This Is Me Now, the documentary,
Yeah.
which I didn't include because it's a
It's a
documentary,
documentary, yeah.
but I think there is Nazi propaganda less offensive than it.
Yeah,
It is.
literally.
It is like watching someone lie to your face
Yeah.
constantly. It's
not
like
a
someone telling
script.
you the sky is green
Yeah,
constantly. And
yeah.
watching poor
Gaslighting.
Ben Affleck, poor closeted homosexual Ben Affleck, worm his way through interviews. He looks like he's got a fucking gun pointed at his temple.
He did.
And just the fact that all the aftermath of that, the tour being complete flop and her breaking up once again with Ben.
J-Lo should have been in my losers of the year,
Oh,
but
J-Lo, spoiler alert, is my loser.
Oh,
of the year.
fair. Yeah, I didn't include her because I thought she's not really movie related, and then I forgot that she marketed this as a movie.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Right, if it was a music video, right, I'm not going to
You're not actively
hold
seeking
it to a
out-
standard
no.
of cinema.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this woman,
Oh, she's a bitch. She's a stone cold bitch. J-Lo is evil. That woman is evil.
if you want to pretend this is a movie, fuck it. I'll call it one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Can I just say, I can't believe this isn't your number 1. If you included this.
No, because it's somewhat enjoyable.
What, this movie?
It's fun to laugh at. I got stoned and watched it. We watched it with my sister, and it's
fun. To laugh at, yeah. We were
But
hysterically laughing.
It's abysmal.
It's so bad.
Abysmal, man. It's one of the worst things I've ever laid eyes on. It's one of the worst things ever put to film.
Let us know if you would like us to do a deep dive on the J-Lo
I'm happy
movie.
to do a commentary track or something where we watch This Is Me Now.
It's entertaining. Yeah, now that you've said that, it's entertaining as hell because of how
It's a car
incompetent
crash,
it
man.
is.
It's a fucking
It's a vanity project. And you don't see the likes of those very often these days.
Awful,
It's giving
man.
like an 80s like.
She is a liar, a cheat, a pathetic
She is.
excuse for an artist. And
If you're a singer, you should really be able to sing. I don't know her.
yeah, anyway.
It takes courage to share your truths.
And I know it could end disastrously.
What's your number 3 or 2?
So my number 3 is Abigail. Again, we spoke about that in our 2024 review. Absolute fucking trash.
I hate horror movies now. I
Yeah.
hate American horror movies.
Yeah.
Like the Netflix fodder, the
Radio
Silence,
destroyed movies.
What did we watch the other night?
It's
What's Inside. And I'm just like, I hate this. I'm trying to like. I don't even really like bodies that much.
No, I don't. I hated Bodies. You were like, nah, do you not like it? I was like, no,
I
it's
don't mind
annoying.
it, but that whole cynical tone since
don't
like
like it.
Ready or Not or like You're Next.
You're Next. I really
things
like
like-
You're Next, but it's just like, oh, can we not do this anymore? We need.
I hate that tone. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
agree.
smug, and
It's
I think
smarmy.
it's
It's smarmy, yeah.
And I
It's
can't
not
wait
good.
till it dies. And we need
Bring
words,
back 9/11.
No.
Bring back post 9/11 horror, please.
or bring back just. Well, this is what it must have felt like after Scream came out and all those
Yeah.
Scream
Knockoffs.
wannabes.
Yeah.
But the difference is Scream is good.
None of the movies they're aping off of that good, particularly.
No, honestly, a death to Radio Silence, death to David Gordon Green, and I hope horror
Firing
movies.
Squad.
Honestly, bring back fucking, I don't know, filth. I want some filth.
No, all of our movies are filth. All of our favourite movies are filth.
It's good
It's
for Osgood
fun.
Perkins, but still.
Okay, so my number 2 was Cuckoo, and my number 1.
I've got my number 2.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of which, Night Swim, Blumhouse.
Oh Christ, how fucking boring was that?
They said it hadn't been used in 15 years.
Maybe they weren't Cool people.
I need to Google it real quick to remember.
It's the one. The only thing I remember is there's a pool at the end.
Yeah,
oh shit, there's
New
a pool.
House. Who's it got in it? No, Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son. Like I said, haunted fucking swimming pool. Who gives a toss?
It's so shit. It's such
Who
a weak
cares?
premise for a movie.
Produced by James Wan. The most Blumhouse
Cinema fodder.
Yeah, like whack it in, get a few quid back so we can pump some money into the latest David Gordon Green project. Crap. There's not much to say about it other than it's crap.
I
And
could not
hate-
tell you a single thing that happened.
I just
in
dislike horror movies at the moment. Modern horror movies, they really make me depressed. You know what I mean?
You've had a bit of a flop here. I think I've enjoyed more horror this year than I have
I
in a long
fucking
time.
hated horror this year. I didn't hate it, but
I can tell you one thing that I did hate,
What?
which is my number one, Megaflopolis.
shut up. So shut up.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time?
Well, when I left the cinema, I knew I didn't like it, but I didn't care. Now, given the time and perspective, I think it's absolute fucking garbage. Shia LaBeouf is terrible.
No, he's really good.
Jon Voight is terrible.
Oh, yeah, he's bad.
Adam Driver
He's great.
gives the
Caesar
best
Catalan,
that he
all
can
that.
give. Aubrey Plaza, as Mark Commode said, somehow comes out unscathed.
Wow, Platinum.
Yeah, she's so fucking hot.
He's great.
The only good bit is when she forces Shia LaBeouf to be a pussy.
Oh my god, I need to rewatch that.
That felt
scene
like karmic
in
payoff.
private.
No, it's garbage. It's terrible. It's whack.
It's not whack.
It's the ramblings of a madman. I love Francis Ford Coppola's previous work. He should not be making films anymore. I respect that he put his own money into something so bad and dislikable. But hang on. You were talking about crappy, sloppy CGI, and you like Megalopolis.
Yes. Yes, I do. I think it's a
Right,
style
okay.
choice.
You do? You don't think it's just crap?
No.
Okay.
I like it. Go back to the club.
It's
People hate it, don't they?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to rewatch it, but I loved it.
I
think,
want it to leave.
Once again, it's a movie that needs to be watched. Absolutely chong. You need to be so stoned that you don't know your name, and it makes perfect sense. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I think if you watch this stoned, it makes perfect sense.
No, it didn't, because I did, and it made no
You
sense.
liked it.
I liked-
before you got
I got
Mark
brainwashed.
Commode, but you
No.
got brainwashed by Mark Commode and Jay Bauman.
No, I felt moderately positive when I came out of it.
Yeah.
I knew there were definitely bits that I didn't like,
Yeah.
but the more I've got perspective on it, I'm just, it's just a fucking mess.
Yeah,
Like
it is a mess.
I can see what it was going for, but it just fails. It is not a competent movie at all, in my
I get
opinion.
you. Okay, that's fair enough.
And I just like when you're like you really like it. I'm like I just don't. What is there to like? I didn't understand the plot.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what he just builds
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got that magical thing. That
It's
builds
just
stuff.
it was cool to see that much money burn on screen,
Yeah.
but I was just like I was just
Respect.
so confused. Like the whole time I was like, what is happening? Like
Yeah.
I just did not know. Shia LaBeouf and Jon Voight were so bad that it actually nearly gave me brain damage. He's like dressing up as a woman,
Yeah.
and why? Jon Voight looks like he's actually senile.
Oh, Jon Voight is seen. He doesn't know where he is.
He's just wandering around like, oh.
Yeah, it's an odd choice to cast this man who's like Joe Biden levels of mental.
Yeah, and he's
mental
also
support.
the worst person going.
He's quite bad, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Almost as much of a Zionist as Joe Biden himself.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
So yeah,
Is that your number one?
That's my number one.
My number one.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't included this. Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Who's the porcupine? Let's go to the real world.
That's not how it works, Harold. You can't just.
That's in my honourable mentions. It felt like low-hanging fruit, to be honest. I've also got Madam Web.
I think it's just because I had to watch it a couple times for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I know it back to front
It's
now.
not. The thing is, it's not.
Because I
a
had to
movie.
edit that podcast as well.
It's not a
Um,
movie. It can barely be called a movie. It's
I
that
wish
bad.
I could get like Men in Black white about
Yeah.
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Yeah.
Because we were watching something the other day and you were like, oh, it's giving Porcupine. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. Like the fact that I know Porcupine
Yeah.
and that character and that woman.
No
And his
one
little,
needs that in
his
their
little
life.
dance when he's on roller skates, which I
Yes.
mentioned in the podcast.
Yeah, love.
Hateful movie.
Again,
it's despicable and
worse
crap.
than Birth of a Nation. I'd
really
hasten
bad.
to say.
We do a podcast on it if you want to hear me rant and rave about it more. But Harold, awful.
Sony had a flop year this year, like big time.
Yeah, speaking of which, my honourable mention was Madame Web.
Yeah, my honourable mention was Madame Web. I put those in honourable mentions because like, they're not even worth.
Compared to Harold, I have a very soft spot for Madame Web. I love Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, so do I.
I think she's fabulous.
She's a failure.
Yeah, she is so...
Not Okay was so disappointing as well.
She is so pretty that I don't mind.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I have such a crush on Dakota Johnson. I think she's so hot.
She's so,
But just her trying to open up that Pepsi in multiple scenes.
Again, I didn't include Madame Web because I was just like, oh... Yeah, my other honourable mention for bad movies was Smile 2. Hate that. Garbage.
Smile 2, yeah. And I'd also like to throw out Alien Romulus into that as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that in my worst, but I know you didn't
Alien
like
Romulus.
it.
Crap.
Which is such a shame. So yeah, my bottom
Bring
5...
back the David trilogy, please.
Lisa Frankenstein, Oddity, Abigail, Cuckoo, and Megalopolis at number 1.
Mine is Cuckoo, Lisa Frankenstein, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, Night Swim, and Harold and the Purple Crayon is my worst movie of the year.
Interesting.
What's your worst movie of the year? Cuckoo.
No, Megalopolis.
Megalopolis, fair enough.
Yeah, just because it's nuts. It's mental. It's the ravings of a madman.
Okay, fine. Should we go on to our best?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to throw out your honourable mentions? So I've got quite a few.
I've got loads. Honourable mentions. I think we will have mainly the same ones.
Yeah.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Yep.
Well, this won't be on your list. Maxine.
No.
The Beekeeper.
I love it.
I couldn't put that in my best of the year.
but Jesus Christ, The Beekeeper rocks.
We rewatched it.
Yeah, we rewatched it
recently.
Really
so
good.
All of Us Strangers.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
The Iron Claw.
Yep.
Monkey Man.
Mm-hmm.
The Bike Riders.
Yep.
Which I know will be probably in your list. Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah.
Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
And Priscilla.
All great. My honourable mentions are Longlegs, The Holdovers, I Saw the TV Glow.
Oh yeah.
The Iron Claw, June 2, and Megalopolis.
Yeah, nice.
Megalopolis was the closest to reaching my top 5 out of those.
I mean, you are the target audience for Megalopolis. You're a fucking film.
Yeah.
You're not a film bro, but you're very
as
close
to being a film bro as you can.
Yeah. As close as Megalopolis is to your top 5 is as close as you are to being a film bro.
Yeah, I'd like to just shout out I Saw the TV Glow. Loved that movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's a shame it didn't make my top 5, but there are some great movies. Longlegs as well, just for your sake. I know you love it. I'm not that big a fan of it, but...
Yeah, that's fair. So what was your number 5?
My number 5 is The Substance.
Same.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect.
Great.
So good. Wonderful. Wonderful.
After Revenge, I was like, she has potential, but it's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge is very much the aftermath of the new French Extremity.
Yes.
Which we, if anyone's interested, probably going to do a deep dive into that at some point. Yeah, Revenge was good, but not...
Like I said, horror is dying a death. This is...
a breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air.
It's amazing.
It is...
Control yourself.
It's...
So
like you said, Revenge is more obviously harkens back to the new French Extremity. I think it bleeds over into this, just in the fearlessness of it.
And it's very feminist, which the new French Extremity is, other than the men.
Yeah, other than
direct.
Ignore Gaspar Noé.
Yeah.
It is, again, like
she's a feminist filmmaker.
And it is so refreshing. I'm so glad it did well. I'm so glad people like it.
Same. And
I'm more of this, please.
Yeah.
Less smarm, less fucking
knowing
nods to the audience.
People like it, so please do it.
Yeah, please make fucking
chances.
outrageous movies.
But I have never felt such glee as watching the last 20 minutes in a full cinema full of aged white people.
Yeah.
Loved it. Amazing.
It's
so
really
fucking good. Again, it doesn't get any higher than 5th for me, but I really liked it.
What was your number
performances are
4?
amazing.
Yes, shout out Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
Margaret Qualley's had a banger every year.
She has. One of the winners.
Driveway Dolls.
Yeah.
We didn't watch that. It's meant to be garbage, though.
Everything's fine.
You have to control yourself!
My number 4, which might be higher on your list, was Kneecap.
Okay.
Where was yours?
Kneecap's my film of the year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair. That's absolutely fair. amazing. Let's come back to it when you do your number 1. So what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Anora.
Oh, okay. See, Anora didn't even make my honourable mention.
Oh my god.
I didn't like it.
Hi, I'm Annie. You don't have cash? Let's go to the ATM. Well, we could go chill out in a private room.
Okay.
I did not like Anora.
I loved
I
Anora.
was so excited for it, and
Anora, I think, is, like I said, one of those brave movies. Mikey Madsen is captivating, and she is so fucking funny. It's probably the funniest movie I watched this year.
Yeah.
I love the decadence in it.
I wanted to like it.
I love the sex in it.
Yeah.
But her just powerhousing through that last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You found it annoying, I think, didn't you?
I found it grating.
I found it hilarious.
And I also started to get anxiety because it was just like 20 minutes of yelling.
It's
and
so
I was
funny,
like...
when they're tying her up and he's like, don't let her go, don't let her go. It's so good.
It's one of those things where I wanted to like it so bad, and I just...
Oh no, I really loved Anora.
Don't get me wrong, I'd say the first act, I was like, oh my fucking god, this is going to be the best movie I've ever seen. And I think I really like it, don't get me wrong, I do really like it, and it's probably unfair for me to not put it in my honourable mentions, but yeah, I think I went in with such high expectations that I was disappointed, which is sort of my own fault.
No, that's fine. I've done that. I did that with Longlegs. So
yeah.
So yeah, Anora, absolutely loved. That's my number 4.
Nice.
What is your number 4?
My number 4 was Kneecaps,
Okay.
and my number 3 was Late Night with the Devil.
We are back in 5, 4. Now, here's Mr. Midnight, Jack Darrow.
That didn't even make my honourable mentions.
Quaint and sort of forgotten about it, but loved it. I absolutely loved it. I really want to rewatch it. Yeah, honestly, this year was I don't want to say a great year for horror, but the horrors that I liked, I loved, and I loved Late Night with the Devil.
Fair enough. Yeah, I really liked it.
You definitely didn't like it as much as I did, but
no, I really liked it up until the end. I'll say the end ruined it for me.
Yeah,
but
it stopped it from being a 5-star movie. But other than that,
we do a full episode on it.
We did one of our early episodes. It's great.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot that came out this year.
And again, I like to see people taking chances.
Yes.
I like to see people doing different things. I like to see, I know you have the whole AI shit,
Yeah,
but it's just like, who cares?
I don't care.
Who cares? Like, you look at movies like J-Lo's movie and
Yeah,
you're like,
things could be so much worse.
oh my god.
David Dashmalchian is awesome.
He's so fucking good. The supporting cast is great. The conspiracy element is fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah, go and check out our episode. We do a whole full deep dive onto it. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely great. And it feels like quite a distant memory at this point.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is The Bike Riders.
I knew it would be. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about what?
Nothing. I'm Johnny. I'm the president of this club, and the guys, they just want to have some fun, you know?
That was in my honourable mentions. Love
Again,
it.
we did a full episode on it, so go check that out.
Half episode with Kinds of Kindness.
Yes.
Did that make your...
No.
It didn't.
I
put that in my honourable mentions.
Well, it didn't stick with me, I can't
It was
lie.
interesting.
It was interesting. I didn't mind it, but...
It was okay.
The Bike Riders, though, I haven't really stopped thinking about since I
Really?
watched it.
See,
Austin
I
Butler
liked it, but
is
it sort of left.
an absolute revelation to me.
You love Austin Butler.
Him and Tom Hardy
Yeah, I know.
in the
It's
same
dangerous, isn't it?
Oh my god!
And Jodie Comer is so
I
good
know.
as well.
And Michael Shannon.
Yeah, it's
And the
great.
supporting cast. Oh my god!
It's
I love
really
the Bike
sad that
Riders.
it came and went. Because
Yeah, it's a
people
real
would
shame.
really like it. It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's a shame they didn't market it as well as they should have done. Because it's Tom Hardy, man. Tom Hardy doesn't make that many movies.
No.
And he's one of the finest actors of our generation.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
And
Austin
he
Butler
kills it.
Yeah.
And so does Austin. Just so good. I can't wait for American Psycho. I can't wait to see what Austin Butler does with the rest of his career. I think he is going to be one of the greats, and that's my lock.
Okay, well, speaking of American Psycho, my number 2 was Challengers, obviously.
Yes, I love Challengers. It is great.
Tashi Duncan, she's gonna turn a whole family into millionaires.
Loved it. Cannot wait to rewatch it. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Josh O'Connor is fantastic.
The damage that it did to my brain
Yeah.
is unparalleled. I did not stop thinking about it for like months. I'm still thinking about it today. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's
Yes.
fantastic.
It's really, really
It's cheeky.
good.
It's funny.
I think cheeky is the best way to describe it.
It is. It's fun.
It's fun.
Campy, it's silly, it's horny, it's everything I like in a movie. Very, 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 very excited for American Psycho. I know some people don't like Austin Butler, but those people are idiots.
thinking about Challengers, I love the look of it, you know? I love the sharpness to it.
And
It's so clean.
Yeah. And that's what tennis is.
Yes, yeah. Like, and you compare like Mike Faist's character's apartment and Zendaya, you know, when they're like doing the Aston Martin ads and stuff, and it's like clean lines, clean everything. They're wearing their Uniqlo shirts, and then you look at Josh O'Connor, and he's just living in his car and he's a fucking bum, and he's like eating bagels people are handing
love
him.
Love it. He's trying to flirt his way into a free hotel room.
Yeah, great.
He's
Josh
such
O'Connor's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
I need to watch La Caramia or whatever it's called.
La Camera.
La Camera.
La Camera.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, loved it.
Yeah, no, shout out to Challengers. It should have been on my honourable mentions. I sort of forgot about it, though.
Hey, come hang out with us later.
Want me to come tuck you in?
No, we just keep talking.
What was your number 2?
My number 2 is a bit of a weird one because it is 2023 film, but was released in February of 2024 in the UK, and that is The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer's Zone of Interest.
Die herrliche Zeit, die mir gemütlich im gastlichen Hause als Verliebten wird immer mit zu unseren schönsten Urlaubserinnerungen gehören.
That will be on a lot of people's
Yeah,
top year, I would imagine.
It's spellbinding. It's one of the best films I've ever seen in my life. It sticks with you horribly. And Jonathan Glazer is a very, very, very brave man for making it and for speaking out against Zionism at the Oscars. And this is a timely movie that deserves all the praise it can get. And the more people's eyes see it and understand it, the better we will be as a society. That's all I'm going to say. It's a tough watch, but it is fantastic.
If you can,
but that's the thing. You need to watch it.
Yeah.
I said in my review that I'm glad I waited till I was in the right headspace to watch it.
Yeah.
But even that alone, the fact that you have the privilege of getting into a headspace to comprehend these things is the point of the movie.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege, and to turn a blind eye to it, as the Reich did, and as the West is doing now to the situation in Palestine, is a privilege. And history will show our wrongdoings. That's all I'm going to say. As it did for the Reich, it will do for the West and the IDF and the USA and NATO. And that's enough politics for one episode.
Yeah.
But The Zone of Interest is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and it should be watched by everyone.
Yeah, if you're into history and
contemporary or otherwise,
Yeah.
if you're into, I know a lot of people have morbid fascination, myself included, with the Reich and with the Holocaust. It's so perfectly done. It does not show. It's not The Boy in the Striped fucking pajamas, and it's not Schindler's List, but it's 10 times more impactful than either of those movies for what it doesn't show. Yeah, fantastic. Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, great.
What was your? Are we on to your number 1?
Number 1.
What's your number 1?
Well, take a guess.
Longlegs?
Yeah.
There she is.
Obviously, we do a full episode on it.
Man now.
I've sort of just recovered, and I watched it about.
And you got it on Blu-ray for Christmas.
I did! Yay! Fucking loved it. I was annoyed there wasn't a boutique release of it.
No, it is annoying, isn't it? Wait for Second Sight to come
just
out.
Just a shitty Blu-ray. Same with Challengers.
Shout out Second Sight. If you can release Longlegs, that'd be great. Well, I don't know. It's difficult. I imagine Neon in the US have a boutique release of it.
Yeah.
All those A24 movies in America get lovely releases, and over here they get slapped on with a Universal badge and shoved onto a fucking bullshit.
Loved it. Can't say enough good things about it. Micah Monroe,
I worship
queen.
the ground you work on, Micah.
Walk on.
Yeah.
Also, I went on record as saying I'm not really a Nick Cage fan. I thought he gave the performance of a lifetime in that. I
really want to rewatch it.
Yeah, I do. I love the visual style. I loved it. I watched it like 3 times back to back. I love it. I can't say enough good things about it. I think some movies like Challengers has had a bit more of a lasting impact in the culture, and by the culture I mean TikTok.
Yes. There are long leg stands.
But that's what I mean. Long leg stands are hardcore.
It reminds me of Saw. Yeah.
There must be a lot of crossover. I mean,
and there's because again, it's all Easter eggs and conspiracies. The conspiracies rather.
The reason people like Stanley Kubrick, the more you watch it, the more you pick up on, the more you know, the more you see, and the more things make sense. And I just think it's a complete movie. I think it's a comprehensive movie. I think the performances are great. It looks fucking amazing.
The sound design,
the soundtrack.
good.
It's genuinely one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life. And I know people are like, it's not scary, it's silly. But being scared is a completely individual and it's not objective fact. I found it genuinely terrifying. And
Yes.
I very, very, very rarely get that. Loved it.
I'm glad you loved it. I liked it.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
Check out our podcast for my qualms, mostly involving the creepy dolls.
Loved it. Love, love, love.
Hello?
And your number one was Kneecap.
Kneecap, my film of the year.
We were both like, oh my god. I went and saw it the next day.
I had tears in my eyes.
I cried. I cried the first time I watched it. I cried the second time I
But
watched
it is so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Kneecap. So-called Irish language rappers promoting antisocial behaviour and violence.
It's got that perfect balance of making serious points about serious things, about exploitation in the music industry, about
Irish exploitation.
about colonial history.
Yeah.
And it's not something that gets taught in British schools.
No, yes.
And I learned so much about Irish history because I looked into it after the movie and all that stuff. And it's funny, it's entertaining, the performances are great, it's balls to the wall, the soundtrack is fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
It's so
fucking
much
funny.
fun. For musicians, they're fantastic actors
They
as
are.
well. They're
They
very
really are.
funny.
But they're playing themselves, which is just...
Tell me something about you. Something you've never told anyone else.
I'm a rapper.
Shortlisted now for the best international feature. It's gone to the next round.
I really hope it gets through.
So do I. I hope it gets a nom because it'd be fantastic for
It would be
everything.
insane.
Yeah. So Chucky
Michael
Allah, get the
Fassbender.
Brits out La.
Yeah. Michael Fassbender is fucking incredible
So
as well.
stern, isn't
and
it?
it feels like he is acting from the heart.
Yes.
It's an important thing to him and you can tell.
And it's not just well, obviously it is about Ireland and the north of Ireland, but the message at the end about languages. It's a movie about language.
Indigenous languages. That's what it's about.
And the protection of that and the preservation of history and not bowing down to colonial interests and imperialist fucking slaughter.
And there's also, the little plasticine scenes where they directly turn to the audience and say artists cannot make enough money off streaming services like Spotify. And you're putting yourselves out on a limb, and Curzon released this. It's a Curzon movie. It was great to see it in the cinema.
I think everyone I've known that's watched it has loved it. I don't know anyone who's watched it who doesn't like it.
It's wonderful. If you don't know much about Irish history, I'd really recommend it. Obviously, it's just a movie. It's not going to tell you the whole story of everything that's ever happened, but in
terms of Gaelic, it's amazing.
It's entertaining, and that's the bottom line. It's fun. It's so funny.
So that's my film of the year.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. It deserves it.
So let me just count down mine. So my number 5, The Substance; 4, Anora; 3, The Bike Riders; 2, The Zone of Interest; 1, Kneecap.
Lovely. Mine was The Substance, Kneecap, Late Night with the Devil, Challengers, and Long Legs.
I've just seen Georgia's phone and she's put Megalopolis at number 1. She's lying to everyone. She loved it. She's a WoW Platinum stan.
I am a WoW Platinum stan. I'm not a Megalopolis stan, though. This is my lock. That scene of Aubrey Plaza getting her pussy out is the only reason that you like that movie.
Maybe. It goes a long way.
Oh, Natalie Emmanuel's really hot as well.
Yeah, she is. I'm so shy.
So you asked me to come up with a winner and loser of the year. Just to round off the podcast, who was your winner of this year?
My winner is Mikey Madison.
Nice. Okay, mine was Josh O'Connor.
Okay.
He's had a fucking great year.
He has had a great year.
And I'm so glad. He's been putting the graft in, and same with Mikey. I'm so glad to see it paying off.
Yeah, Josh O'Connor, man. What a cracking actor he is.
Yeah, and it's not like he's just been big this year. Like, he was in The Crown, he did God's Own Country. Like, people love La Chimera, Challengers, obviously. Like, love it.
Yeah, Mikey's my number 1. It was between that and Micah Monroe.
Yeah, the only thing is that Micah hasn't been in enough.
Neither is Mikey Madison. Just for Nora and for Criterion Picks.
Yeah, but she was in Scream, and
I
don't know who gives a fuck. But
no, I think she's going to go on to massive things. And I know it's a talked about thing and everyone's talking about it, but isn't it insane that those Manson girls from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Mikey Madsen, Sydney Sweeney, Margaret Qualley.
Good. I was tempted to put Margaret Qualley, to be honest.
Yeah, she's had a year and a half, hasn't she?
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has aged well in terms of.
Let's watch it tonight.
In terms of picking talent.
I love Once
very,
Upon a Time
very
so
well.
much.
And Austin Butler.
Oh yeah, my boy Austin is another winner. of the year. He's the winner of my heart, and
yeah, I'm sure he is.
Oh
no, you've fully converted me. I'm a massive Austin Butler stan. Yeah.
My loser of the year is Mrs. Jennifer Lopez. Disastrous year.
It's been
long may it continue.
Bad year for her. My loser was. Well, actually, after talking about it, I was going to say Ben Affleck because that would be hilarious given the fact that you picked J-Lo. My loser of the year was the Sony Cinematic Spider-Man universe.
Oh.
We have watched in real time the destructions. Kraven the Hunter came out to no fanfare.
Haven the Cunt.
I saw someone on TikTok today. It was like, please, I was the only person in the theatre, like, please go and support Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was like, no. Why would anyone do that?
He's also the worst part of Nosferatu.
Yeah, he was so bad.
Yeah, he's another loser of the year.
I've got the ick with him. It's sad. I used to really like him. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good.
We've literally seen in real time. I'm going to cut in a clip here of me talking about Kraven the Hunter at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
If they want to shift focus towards Gen Z and they want to shift focus towards getting that younger audience who, for the most part, aren't interested in... I mean, obviously there are going to be some kids who like sort of superhero movies. I think if this is the direction they're going in, casting Aaron Taylor Johnson is probably the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah.
Because at least, like, the girls love him. I still don't think they'll go to the cinema to see it. And I think they'll either wait till it comes out on streaming or do whatever it is.
Clips on TikTok.
But exactly, I can't see there being a market for this movie.
We were going to go see it, but even then I couldn't even
I don't even think it was showing.
No, I don't think it was shown in our cinema.
No, actually, I think it's still showing.
I'm going to
Because I
see
looked
it.
at it and I was like, who's watching that?
Let's go see Kraven the Hunter.
So yeah, go listen back to our Madam Web review and see how well that's aged.
And go see how badly the sound is on there.
Yeah,
Or as badly
please
it's
don't do
recorded. It's our first episode.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
We're
But
back.
yeah, we've witnessed the destruction, the
Collapse.
death rattle of the expanded universe. So yeah, that was my loser.
Sorry, I kicked my glass
Once
over.
again, kicked over your bottle. So I think that's perfect time to
Yes.
round off our episode.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Onwards and upwards, 2025.
Thank you so much for all the support, and it's very nice. We've almost had a year of doing the podcast, and it's good for us. We enjoy it.
Yes.
And
We're
it's
gonna have a
hard
great
work,
year.
but it's a lot of fun. Hopefully our lives will be made easier with our new equipment.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, thank you so much for listening as always, and stay tuned
Stay
for
tuned.
some great content coming up. Have
Thank
a
you for
lovely rest of your
listening,
week.
everyone. Ta-ra. Bye-bye.
I don't like these movies.
Get real.
Dude, I saw that movie 20 goddamn times!
Just consume product. I watch my movies. Yeah, my movies are just
so much fun!
Oh, this movie's too complicated.
So once again, no smoking, just theater.